I would like to introduce Mr. Jason Russell, which is our Learning Engagement and Artistic Manager with Pivot Point International. You guys are absolutely going to love this class.
Thank you, Corey. And I assume you pinned the video for us, please. Spotlighted it.
There we go.
Perfect. Well, thank you again, everyone, for being here. We have a few lovely things that we'd like to take you through, a few long hair designs, and specifically our micro twist. Corey is going to share his screen for just a moment and give you an inspiration image of what we will be achieving in this session. So take a look. Thank you, Corey. So notice that you see a double-stranded and even triple-stranded twist that we're going to be doing in small little sections and execute these. I'm going to be walking you through the proper product use, a great hand position to be able to maintain these really short hairs, and also best placement. So thanks again for sharing that, Corey. Let's go back to our spotlight video and let's get started. All right,
and while Jason's getting set, sorry, Jason, I was just going to let all of our friends know that as Jason's getting set up and once he gets started here, I will be fielding all of your questions. So any questions that you might have, please feel free to go ahead and put those in the chat box and we will address those as those are coming in.
Yeah, we would love to hear from you. So please feel free to go into that chat box if any questions. So before we put anything on the scalp today, my friends, I'm going to show you two new techniques, a double and triple stranded twist. Those of you that may have been with one of our sessions before, we've actually covered something similar to this, but we're going to build up on it today. So let's look. I'm going to begin here with a diagonal parting, and I'm going to take a little small C shape on the side of her head. So we're going to learn hand position first. Before we try to get down to those little tiny ones, we're going to learn all about a 2 and 3 stranded twist. So here we have a large section of hair. We simply want to come in with our finger and we want to put the bottom strand over the top. This is going to be, of course, a 2-stranded version. So I'm going to show you off the scalp first. So watch how this works. You twist the top strand toward the inside. Twist the top strand toward the inside. Notice the coil effect. Now you simply put the bottom over the top. Now twist the top strand toward the inside. And we're going to repeat this technique. Bottom goes over top, twist the top to the inside. Bottom goes over top and twist it to the inside. Bottom over top, and then we simply keep repeating. A good trick I do is I go in with my palm down and I just simply turn my hand over, twist. Go in with my palm down, twist. Go in with my palm down, turn it over. So that helps me rotate it through. So this is the 2-strand version of the twist that you'll be learning in a moment that actually connects to the scalp. So don't forget, if you have any questions, please yell at Corey and he'll be bringing those over to me. Watch how to start it one more time. You go in and simply put the bottom over the top, and that's where your twist occurs. So that's your 2-strand. Let's look at the 3-stranded version. Watch how this works. I'm going to get really closely where you can see. Come in with 2 fingers and notice that puts your strand into 3. And we simply turn our hand over. So what that does is it rotates the entire strand around. So one more time. You come into the front with 3 strands and you turn your hand over. Now, we're going to simply keep those 3 separated and we're going to twist the top similar to the last one. Keep watching. But now here's the new technique. Bottom goes over center, center goes over top, and twist. The top one is the one always being twisted. See those 3 strands? Bottom goes over center, center goes over top, and we twist the top. Keep paying close attention. Bottom over center, center over top, and we twist the top. Bottom over center, center over top, and twist. So this is the 3-stranded version. This has a much tighter coil when it's complete because of that 3-stranded nature. Bottom over center, center over top, and twist. Any questions out there so far? Please feel free to go to that chat feature. okay? 3 strands. Now that you've got the technique on this hanging off the scalp, let's look at how to add hair to this section. Now, friends, please keep in mind today, you don't really have to pick up and memorize every bit of this. These videos will be uploaded to Shark Fin's YouTube channel following these sessions for you to be able to view them at your leisure. So let's look at putting it on the scalp. We're going to start with that large C-section of hair. We're going to do the 2 strand first. Simply put 1 finger in from the front and turn it over. Corey, I believe we had a question there. Anything coming through?
One just came through. Yep, okay. And it says, when he says top, is that the new top, AKA the center, or the strand that started as the top?
That's a good question. So I'm going to always keep them in position. So you notice now, when we go in with the fingers, top and bottom. Now bottom becomes the new top. So once it becomes the new top, we'll only refer to it as the top to avoid confusion. So bottom goes over the top, and now it is the top. So watch this technique. After our second twist, we're going to add hair from underneath right into that bottom section. Pay close attention. Now bottom goes over the top and becomes the new top, and twist. So remember this little jingle in your head. Twist the top and add it to the bottom. Twist the top and add it to the bottom. Twist the top and add it to the bottom. So we're twisting the top and we're going to add hair to the bottom. Notice no hair is being added from the top. It's all coming from underneath. Bottom goes over top and twist. We're going to get down to those micros in just a minute, but we have to get the technique down large first. Bottom goes over top and twist. Keep twisting along. We twisted the top and we're going to add to the bottom. Bottom goes over the top and twist. I know no one can hear you, but say it out loud. We're going to twist the and we're going to add to the There we go. Twist the top and add it to the bottom. So now we're going to come in. Hair is added right into that bottom section. Now that this is your bottom, bottom goes over the top and repeat. I'm going to keep rotating her so you can see her nicely how it's going to work. Twist in the top. We're going to add to the bottom. Bottom now goes over the top and twist. I do this on a lot of dancers, so this will stay in all day long through dance. It's a beautiful technique that is nice and secure when it's finished. So let's add to the bottom. Coming through. Now we know the bottom, when we add hair to it, goes over the top. What's the next step? Say it out loud. We're going to twist the top. Once we twist the top, we're going to add hair to the bottom. Bottom goes over top and twist. Now, those of you that have joined us before, I've done this for you in a waterfall version, but this is our standard 2-strand twist, which will be very helpful to you whenever we learn those micros in just a moment. Add it to the bottom. Now the bottom simply goes over the top and twist. One key thing to keep in mind, my friends, when you're learning this and you twist, notice I'm twisting away from the head. Don't turn it toward the head. It twists away from the head, or technically it's twisting toward the other strand so that it keeps that rope-like appearance. Now, when you get to the bottom, you simply work off the scalp, bottom over top, twist, 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 bottom over top, twist. And when you get all the way down the strand, you're going to simply secure that with an elastic band. What we're going to do is go in. I'm just going to use a clip to temporarily hold that. And my friends, you can see what a beautiful example of a twist that you can see here that's going to go all the way around the circumference of the head. So such a beautiful look. That gets us our foundation for what we need to know when we're putting on our smaller versions of it. So any questions about how to get the 2-stranded twist on the scalp for this portion? All right. So now it's time to get those micros. That's what we're all here for. We're going to take this same twist, and you're going to learn a new hand position to hold these, so to be able to put them in really small. Here's the key things to keep in mind when doing micro, anything small, like micro braiding, like doing cornrows or micro twists. We want to use these fingers right here. We want to use our pointer finger, our middle finger, and our thumb. We have to eliminate our fourth and fifth finger in order to get in tight spaces. So I know everybody on camera, I want you to do this for me. Pinch that thumb with your middle and index finger, just like this. Just like so. Okay. So we're never going to go in and pinch just one index or one middle. Those two fingers will be unified for a reason. So this is the technique we're going to do. And we're going to be working with our fingernails facing the ceiling. So let's go in and get our section ready.
Hey, Jason, we did have a question come in. Those, the first braid that you did, could you also call those rope braids?
Those are rope braids. You got it. Good. You got it. So my friends, I'm going to take my first curved parting right here on the side of our hairline for you. And when working with any kind of micro, we want to really make sure that our sectionings are super clean. And we want to make sure that we take all the hair we're not working on during that micro, and we want it into a nice big clipped area to be out of our way. So all the hair that I'm not going to be working on here, out of this one micro section, I'm going to take it and secure it with an elastic band. Because all we need to see is this hair right here. Okay. So let's go ahead and now see how to turn this into a micro twist. First of all, we're going to get the client in a comfortable position, slightly tilted to the right. And we're going to be doing the 2-stranded micro version. So I'm going to start with a little piece of hair right here in the front, very small. All the hair is going to flow out the bottom, just like this. Now watch this technique. Remember, we're now going to pick up hair using those 3 fingers. See these techniques? Notice as your 4th and 5th finger have to remain tucked in to get really into tight spaces. So simply going in, we know that the bottom has to go over the top, like so. And then we're going to twist the top. Twist the top. Watch this technique. Holding with those 3 fingers only, you're going to put that bottom strand right in the same finger. Watch. It goes right in the same location. It's coming across my fingernail and then right into my finger with me, because we need to add to the bottom. Pay close attention. See, now we have 1 strand, 2 strand. Bottom goes over the top, and we simply twist the top. And look, I'm just using my fingertips. Twist the top to the inside. Watch that hand position. Clamp, and you put the bottom strand right in there with it. What's subdividing is your middle finger. Now we're going to add to the bottom, which is right in that little pincher area. So look, 1, 2. And now we simply put the bottom over the top, like this. When you put them over, then we rotate the top inward, like this. Rotate it inward. Clamp. Put them in the same finger together. And we're going to add hair right into that bottom portion, right where our fingertips are. Keep paying close attention. Bottom. Now rotate over the top. You take that into your hand, and then look, you simply just rotate that to the inside. Rotate it to the inside. Remember, no hair is being taken from the top. Add hair to the bottom. Bottom goes over the top, and we twist it. Twist it, twist it, twist it. How you feeling so far? Pretty good? Here we go.
I think they're enjoying watching you.
Pinch with those fingertips. The bottom goes in the same spot that the top one is. People always say, why don't they how do they keep from combining? That's because your middle finger is stuck between the two of them, right here. It's subdividing them. This is how you would normally do a cornrow braid, but you're doing it in a twist style. Twist it to the inside. Twist it to the inside. Twist it to the inside. Going in with those fingers, grab, add to your bottom, and simply turn it upside down. And we twist. This is the important part. I'm getting close. Pinching with those fingernails up. Going in the same location. Holding on. Now turning it over. Simply twist. Pinch. Grabbing the same location. It goes right in your pincher. And we turn it over. And simply twist it to the inside. Pinch. All in one hand. Notice you free up one hand every time. The bottom goes in. Turn it over. And twist. Now once you get off the scalp, there's no longer any hair to add. We simply do the technique you're already accustomed to. Bottom over top. Twist. Bottom over top. Twist. Bottom over top. Twist. Bottom over top. Twist. Any questions, my friend, about how to get this first micro twist in place? Any questions at all?
Nothing as of yet, Jason.
All right, that's great. So here we go, my friends. I'm going to show you one more time how to start it off, because starting it actually is the more challenging aspect of it. And then we'll actually turn that twist into a braid. Let me clean up the section here. So getting your section nice and clean and free of tangles. Let's look at our next step. Now that you know or getting an idea of how to do it, product application is your next item we'd like to cover. Using a cream-based pomade when twisting is my favorite product to use. So that goes into your hand and it's emulsified really well. When you're applying pomade to the hair, you should not be able to see dollops of it on your hand whatsoever. It should just look like you've moisturized your hands, which is perfect for it. That allows us to come in, run that product down the entire hair strand, mid-strand ends. Then that allows us to take our comb and simply go through and clean it up. So let's look again at the starting point for your two-strand micro twist and the hand position. Remember, the hand position is the most critical thing to learn today. I'm going to give you a straight-on view so that you can really see it here. Taking those two large sections right from the front. Once we go in and subdivide, we want the bottom to go over the top like this and twist. After twisting that strand, here's the technique. You go in with your thumb, your index finger, and your middle finger all together as one. Notice we can't get all of them in there. We only need those three. When we get those in as one, that bottom strand goes right in under that pincher with it. It's separated by your middle finger. We take a little bit of hair and it goes right up into that pincher is what I call it. It simply goes right in up and under your thumb and index finger. Once you add to that pincher, watch the technique. You're going to turn the bottom over the top, just like this. You turn them all the way over, grab the new bottom, and simply twist it to the inside. Twist it to the inside. After twisting, here's where your hand position goes back in place. You put them in the same hand together. You come in and add hair right into your pincher. My friends, when you learn this hand position, you'll be able to do braids and twists that have 3, 4, and 5 hairs in them. You'll get so good because this hand position allows you to get your big hand out of the way and you're only dealing with your fingertips. So now you got your bottom and your top. Simply trade places with them. Grab your new bottom And now twist the top, twist the top, twist the top, twist the top, twist the top. After twisting the top, remember we go back in with those 3 fingers, hold the bottom, and add right into the pincher. Let me give you a little different view here. Okay. Now that we've added to the bottom, remember the bottom goes over the top, and you twist the top. Say out loud with me from your house, after twisting the top, what do we do next? We come in with that new hand position. We put them in the same hand. We free up that one hand. We should be able to say, hey guys, how's it going? Then we add hair right into the pincher, right here, right in that little area. And now you simply turn it over, get your bottom strand in hand, and twist the top.
Hey, Jason, we just had a question come in. How would you do it if you wanted to add hair from the other side as well?
That's a great question. So it's for this purpose of this one, we won't be showing the double-sided. So that takes quite a bit more time. So possibly in our next session tomorrow, we could address it, but not today. I'm sorry. Okay. Twisting it to the inside, twisting it to the inside, finger position, hold. Notice what this finger position also does is it lays that right down onto the scalp and it keeps your tension in place. Adding to the bottom, turning places over, and we twist the top, holding it in place, putting them in the same finger, adding to that bottom side. Bottom goes over top, twisting. I don't know about you guys, but I love these kind of looks because they're very tribal when they're finished. They're great for Coachella, they're great for a festival, they're great for lots of different things. But watch again. Notice that when you change that hand position, it helps you to really stitch that all the way down to the scalp, so you're getting little to no lift on that twist when it's done, because you are right up against the head form. Your finger position is what's allowing that, because we're not having to put our hands under it. We're coming in right on top. We're holding it tight. We're adding to. So when we do that twist, we're working right up against the surface of her head, which is allowing us to keep tension nicely right on this strand. I'm going to twist a few more times down the end here. Just a friendly reminder, everyone, that these videos will be available for you to watch over and over again on Sharp Hands YouTube channel. That's exactly where you want to go to try to watch this over and over, where you can practice it from home. So let's put us an elastic band here. Keep that nice and secure. So what we have here is a beautiful small micro version of that larger section that we did earlier. Questions or concerns? All right. Since you're so good now at seeing that technique done, that hand position, let's see what it looks like when we use that same hand position to do a cornrow braid. So some people need a little bit more practice at getting those nice and tight and small. That hand position is what's going to change everything. I'm going to get her nice and detangled here. We'll work within this section to do the same exact hand position, but we're going to work with a braid versus a twist. So we're going to get nice and close up here where you can see it. This hand position is going to change your life when it comes to braiding the hair. It's going to make it nice and super easy for you. So let's look how this works. We're going to go in at the front, and we're going to break this up into 3 sections. Here's the technique. You pinch the outside, just like we've been doing. Look, those same three fingers. You pinch the outside left. You extend your index finger over, and you grab the outside or the bottom of this situation. So one more time, watch. So I'm going to clamp the top. 3 fingers, go behind the center, and clamp the bottom. Notice the center goes free for just a moment. You pick up the center. It's now the bottom. You go across with your index, and you pinch the outside edge. Pay close attention. I'm going to do this one off the scalp. Pick up the center, which is the one at the front. Bring it to the top. Pinch. Go across and grab the opposite side. See your center section here? It will fall out each time. That's when you will then just pick it up. Anchor it with your middle finger. Go behind and get the opposite side. Close attention here. Pick up that center one that fell out here at the top. You're going to pinch it with all 3 of those fingers that we talked about. You're going to go behind the middle and put them in the same position together. Pick up the center. Show you all 3 of them. Anchor, go behind, and put them in the same fingertip. Pick up the center. You go behind the middle and clamp the bottom. Here's the bottom. Go behind the center and clamp the top. This is exactly how you want to do the braids. So you anchor with your middle finger, you go behind the center and put them in the index together. You anchor, go behind, and put them in the middle finger together. You anchor, go behind, and put them in the middle finger together. So Corey has a little bit of something to tell you guys about our promotion, and I'm going to keep working. We'll take a few more questions in just a few moments.
Excellent, guys. So I hope you guys have enjoyed what Jason is doing so far. We just want to go through with some of the stuff that is the information for the tool basket. So with Andis, there's a cordless Envy, which is long-lasting cordless power. It gives over 2 hours of runtime and charges in 90 minutes. There's also the Slimline Pro. It's balanced. It's got a ergonomic trimmer for light duty and touch-ups and trimming around the neckline. With Pivot Point, it's a full ergo round brush set. With Shark Fin Shears, it's a professional line cutting shear with a matching texture shear. With Pivot Point, it's going to be Erica, which is great for cutting and color. Color shows up brilliantly on the 100% human hair. And Kenra Professional, the day 1 giveaway is going to be Lightener, and the day 2 giveaway is going to be the Demi 7CG, 5C, 8C, 8G, and then also the Kenra Color Demi 9 as well.
Wonderful. Thank you, Corey. Good luck to all of you out there who've been entered into the competition. So look at the braid now that it's gotten started. So let's look at now how to add the hair to it. Remember, we pick the top up, we go behind the center, and we get the opposite side in our hand. The minute we get the opposite side in our hand, we pick up a small amount of hair and add it right into our pincher. Pincher. This is what we call the pincher, the index finger and thumb connecting. So we pick up the top here. Watch the way it works. And you go behind the center and grab the opposite side. You pick a small bit of hair up and add it into that pincher. See your top, how it sits on the very above? We pick it up. Notice we have 3 strands. You go behind and pinch. That's where we add hair in here. You pick up the top. You go behind the center and you pinch. Pick up the top. Your index finger goes behind the center and we add hair. Pick up the bottom, index across, and we add hair. So the same technique is used throughout in order to do a micro braid, just like we did with our micro twist when we were working. Well, this helps get you those really pretty cool, tiny on-scalp cornrows for your clients. My friends, I use cornrow braiding a lot in up styling, but they're not always visible. For instance, if I'm going to be doing a large chignon on the top of my client's head, and I need somewhere to anchor my bobby pins to really well, sometimes I'll put these type of braids in underneath that are invisible, that will actually never show, and that way I can then anchor things to these braids as I'm working. So they can be visible, they can be invisible. So let's go over our last and final technique, and we'll get you guys off and on your way. We thank you so much for being here for this session. We're going to take that double-stranded twist, and we're going to do a beautiful, quick chignon with that. Just to prove to you that long hair styling does not have to be complicated. Sometimes can be so easy. We're going to take all of this mannequin's hair into our hand, just like so. Give her, tighten her down. Get you at a distance where you can see really well. Once we get this all come nice and neat into the back, everything's coming straight back off of this mannequin. Those of you that love mannequins the way that I do, this is our Diana mannequin. She is my favorite go-to girl for long hair. So let's do that technique with this, all this hair that's off the scalp. We're going to subdivide this into 3 equal sections. 1, 2, 3. Let me turn this where you can see really well. 1, 2, 3. Remember our technique is we're going to put the left over the center, center over right, and twist it to the inside. We're going to loosen this up in a moment. So just perfect, being perfect is not exactly what we're going for. Look, this is our triple, which is center, outer over center, center over right, twist it to the inside. Outer over center, center over right, twist it to the inside. Outer over center, that's the new center. Center goes over right, twist it to the inside. Outer over center, center over top or right, twist it. Outer over center, center over right, and twist it. Outer over center, center over right, and twist it. My friends, Corey is going to put our Instagram handles in the chat for you. If you'd like to see any more work or be inspired on how you can now take this into the salon or school, there are lots of beautiful twist examples on our Instagram that he will share in the chat feature for you. Once you've gotten down pretty far, look what a beautiful twist that makes. So great. But we're going to take it one step further. We're going to turn it into a full up style. I teach up styling classes all across the country, and this is one of the #1 requested things is, hey, how can I make beautiful styles quickly that last and are easy to do within 20 to 30 minutes? And this is definitely a great example of one of those. Once that three-strand twist is in, we're simply going to go in and begin to gently pull back. Notice I'm going from the right to the left, from the right to the left, from the right to the left. And the reason I love the triple-stranded one on looks like this is because it's a lot more secure. The 3 strands will stay in quite a bit longer than the 2-strand ones, but they can take a little bit more. And look how fat and beautiful that gets as we begin to separate it. You could absolutely leave this on a client down to the side, like so. Your choice, you could wear it down like so. Or we could take that twist, simply bring it around counterclockwise, come in with your bobby pin for security's sake, place it in, and I'm using clips today instead of bobby pins just to show you how quick and easy this can be placed. And you get such a beautiful sheen. And thank you again. We're so glad to be here with you. You have a wonderful day, and hope that you love this session and all the next sessions that you're going to join. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Jason.